We are together, and through this, we will survive.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Marzu Primal with another review, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes, Solus Prime.
Solus Prime is one of the original 13 primes in the Transformers universe. She is known as the Maker, the Blacksmith, and the Creator among the primes, with a special gift for crafting powerful weapons and artifacts.
Here we have Solus Prime out of her packaging, and she looks amazing. She's a lot smaller than I thought she was going to be, but she is beautiful. As you can see, she has the beautiful green eyes. She has the beautiful gold paint on what looks to be like a heart-shaped crescent right there. There's like a little bit of a metallic flake in the purple here. All the gold parts, as far as the paint, look to be applied perfectly. Like, I don't see anything sloppy on my copy thus far. I'm loving all the details here. It's nice to get a major character in the Fembot line that actually looks like a Fembot and that isn't a retool of something else. No offense, Chromia, but she looks great. All the detail is great. Like I said, love the gold, the purple flake. I know a lot of people were complaining about the QC on their copies. Mine is super sturdy. The joints are very tight and everything, but she is gorgeous. She's a gorgeous lady. She's the first lady, technically, of the Transformers. For accessories, she does come with her hammer, or known as Solus's Forge. Look at that beautiful detail. The paint is not sloppy on mine. It might be on others. A nice metallic flake in the purple. Of course, you have her symbol on top of the forge. And the only thing that does suck, I'll say, about her weapon is, I don't know. I don't like weapons that you have to disassemble them to use them. So you have to take it apart, to have her hold it. You have to disassemble it to have her hold it. Okay, so weapon storage, you have this right here that flips out of the forge, the hammer. And you plug it right in her back. And you are going to be using this same peg, obviously, when you do the weapon storage on the vehicle mode. So you go ahead, just peg it on her back. And there you go. Articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, so she can do that side to side. She can look that far up. She could look even further up, but that's because of this neck joint that, it's for the transformation, but it aids it. And then she could look that far down. She can not do a full 360 because of the back of her hairpiece. The shoulders are on these joints, very similar to Prima. They self-articulate, which is pretty cool. You can move the shoulder full 360. You can T-pose. And then right here, you can full 360 at the elbow. You could bend the elbow, but it won't go further than that. Because of the transformation, you can move the wrist like that, and you can move the wrist full 360. The skirt piece does move up, so you could kick that far up. You could have her kick this far back, but this back kibble might get in the way for you. She can Van Dam. She could do the splits. She has the joint right there at the thigh, so you can move the thigh like this. It will not do full 360 because it does stop at one point, but it gives you pretty good rotation. Bend at the knee. You have that joint for the ankle, but the ankle will not move up or down. And then the waist, she can move her waist like that. Skirt piece is in the way, and there is no ab crunch. And that is the articulation. So for size comparisons, here we have her in her robot mode, and here we have her right next to the Legacy Alito 1. And as you can see, they're very comparable in size. As a matter of fact, she's a tad bit taller than Alita 1, but they scale perfectly together. Here we have her with Vector Prime. And of course, Vector Prime is a Voyager, so he's a lot taller than her. Here we have her with Prima, who's also a Voyager and is a lot taller than her. We have our beautiful Lady Prime in her alt mode, in her Cybertronian pickup truck / car mode. I don't know what to call this, but it's very interesting. It's definitely a mode. Pinwheels. She does roll nicely. Again, beautifully painted windows. Mine do not appear sloppy. You got a nice grill going on right there. You got like these little miniature sharp bumpers, or I guess they call them cow catchers, right? She's interesting looking. What I'll say, and then of course, like I said earlier, nice sparkles in the paint here. The transformation is a bit finicky. This is definitely one of those times where the robot mode is the stronger mode, and the transformation isn't hard. It's just a bit finicky. Like, it's one of those transformations where things have to peg in precisely, or otherwise you're going to have a bad time. Like, you have trouble like clicking everything together. Then you want to be super, super careful. And I also noticed on my copy that a mushroom peg on her feet right here kept popping off on my copy, but it's fixable. But yeah, her stronger mode for me is obviously her robot mode. And if you're going to display her, I'd imagine you're going to display her in her robot mode. But this is all right for what it is. Okay, so for weapon storage in her alt mode, you want to flip open this little slot right there. And you're supposed to put this up there, and I guess it's supposed to be like a gun. Looks kind of lame. I think I personally... No, that looks ugly too. Can't put it down here. I guess. Well, could do something like that, I guess. Honestly, it's not very good weapon storage in vehicle mode. I would probably just put this away to the side. But yeah, that's the weapon storage in her alt mode. Size comparisons in alt mode, vehicle mode. Here we have her with the 86 Bumblebee. Here we have her with the Watermelon Mirage from the Toxitron collection. Here we have her with the Fellow Prime and 86 Optimus Prime. Let's go ahead and let's wrap up this review. And you know what? Let's just get the nitpicks out of the way. Like I said, I know a lot of people that were first getting their copies of Solus Prime were complaining about having QC issues with body parts popping off, joints being super loose, etc. I did not have any of those problems. As a matter of fact, I could probably say that my joints were too tight. Now, the only difference is that the ankles on mine, as you know, they are on mushroom pegs and they keep popping out. Like I said, not a big issue, but is a little bit of a nitpick. Another bit of the nitpick is I think the weapon storage in alt mode is very lacking. It doesn't look very good. And the transformation is finicky. It's one of those transformations where you have to be incredibly precise. Now, it's not that it's incredibly complicated. It's just, for example, it does not feel as cohesive or as natural or as fun to transform like her brother in, Prima Prime. It's not like that. Prima Prime was just a smooth conversion. Hers, while it not being the most complicated thing in the world, not exactly smooth. With that being said, her strongest mode obviously is her robot mode. Great articulation, um, great version of the character that we have in Solus Prime. And I'll go ahead and say Prima Prime is the better toy. Vector Prime is a better toy, but she is not a bad toy at all. I would say if I were to rate her from a 1 to 10, I'd give her, what would I say? I'd say she's a 6.5, where Prima and Vector Prime, I'd say she's a 6.5, Vector's a 7, and Prima Prime is a 7.5. That's just me. But I do recommend you go and pick her up. They're starting to show up at your local Walmart. Head out, have fun hunting, or try to get it online. The pre-orders haven't shipped from Big Bad Toy Store or Hasbro Pulse. But yeah, go ahead, pick her up, guys. As usual, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend. Um, Also, smile. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, what time of night it is that you're watching this. Smile, because the strongest always smile. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.